Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating business case behind a highly strategic, totally data-backed corporate social responsibility partnership model. We're going to be looking specifically at Kipin Edutech. And look, this isn't about a system that just looks pretty in a glossy annual report. We're talking about a model that is actually solving a massive systemic infrastructure challenge in Indonesia. Let's be real for a second and start by addressing a major, almost universal anxiety in the corporate world. Companies are pouring massive funds into social programs, right? But how do they actually know if those education initiatives are delivering measurable, verifiable impact? Are they truly moving the needle and changing lives? Or are they just, a one-off PR boost that gets used up and immediately forgotten? In this explainer, we're going to navigate the incredibly specific challenges of digital education access. Our agenda today covers the CSR measurement challenge, bridging the digital divide, the hybrid offline solution, verifiable impact and reach, the 1-to-7 SROI advantage, and finally, strategic partnership models. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the CSR measurement challenge. The reality is, education CSR is notoriously difficult to measure. It just is. But we have to shift the conversation from viewing CSR as this inevitable sunk cost to actually demanding accountable data. We need hard data that proves a long-term economic uplift for these families and communities. If companies genuinely want their funds to change something, internal claims just don't cut it anymore. We absolutely have to have independent, verified impact data. Moving right along to Section 2. Bridging the digital divide. To really grasp the scale of the opportunity here, you have to picture the geography. There's a stark contrast happening right now. On one hand, you've got modern digital education, seamless internet, standard access across the globe. But then look at Indonesia. It is an archipelago of over 17,000 islands. In the underdeveloped, remote, and frontier regions, often called the 3T regions, basic internet infrastructure is practically non-existent. Kids in these areas are completely left behind simply because government budgets haven't been able to close this massive infrastructure gap. Which brings us to Section 3, the hybrid offline solution by Kipin Edutech. So instead of just sitting around waiting years or, let's be honest, decades for the internet to magically appear everywhere, founder Steffina Yuli actually did something about it back in 2016. She built a solution that works right now. It's a brilliant piece of practical innovation. Kipin Edutech is a hybrid offline accessible e-learning platform. It literally allows students to access tens of thousands of educational resources without needing a drop of internet connection. By providing this offline access, Kipin is basically saying, no internet, no problem. They ensure students in remote areas can immediately hit modern standards of digital education. Okay, let's jump to Section 4, verifiable impact and reach. Since its founding, Kipin has evolved from just a great plan on paper into a seriously trusted, robust solution. Actually, scratch that, it's more than trusted. It's been adopted directly into government education projects. The platform has already successfully reached over 3,500 schools across the archipelago. Get this. Through those schools, Kipin has directly impacted an incredible 1 million students. Take a second to process the scale of that. That is 1 million children who are now plugged into quality digital learning resources that they were entirely cut off from before. But wait, the ripple effect here goes way beyond just the students. If we look at the metrics, Kipin has trained 367,000 teachers in digital literacy. They're serving up over 60,000 digital resources. Plus, by going digital, they are saving schools up to 1 billion rupiah in printing costs per content every single year. And a pretty fantastic side effect? Ditching all that paper printing dodges tons of carbon emissions, so it's a huge win for broader environmental sustainability goals too. Now for the really good stuff. Section 5, the 1-to-7 SROI advantage. Let's look at the independent financial verification of all this impact, which was rigorously measured in the One Young World Annual Impact Report 2025/2026. Kipin achieved a verified social return on investment of 1-to-7. So what does that actually mean for us? It means every single dollar or rupiah invested into Kipin generates 7 times that value in direct social impact for the community. To put that into perspective, over in the social sector, a return ratio of 1-to-3 or maybe 1-to-5 is considered a solid win. It's good. So Kipin's 1-to-7 ratio, that places it firmly in the excellent category. It literally proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that funds directed here are operating at a hyper-efficient level compared to almost any other comparable program. This thought right here really hits the nail on the head. If companies want their CSR funding to genuinely change something and not just act as a nice little line item in an annual report, they need to partner with a proven, working solution and independently measured results. They absolutely need models exactly like Kipin.
Which leads us straight into our final section, number 6, strategic partnership models.
So how exactly do you plug into this? Kipin offers a menu of strategic options tailored to what a corporation does best. Option 1, you can be a funding partner, helping them expand the platform to brand new priority regions. Option 2, you can come in as a content and tech partner, collaborating on local learning materials or dropping in offline devices like tablets. Or Option 3, an employee engagement partner. This is where your corporate teams actually volunteer to train teachers in digital literacy, a model Kipin has already crushed in a highly successful partnership with Deloitte. When you look at the rigorous, independent data we've explored today, it completely redefines what is possible in this space. So looking at your own company's sustainability priorities, which model aligns with you? With platforms like Kipin proving that a 1-to-7 social return is totally achievable, it really begs the question, will verifiable data finally replace just having good intentions as the ultimate standard for global CSR? Something to think about.